to the back
To the Back
podcast. Every time we do the intro, I feel like a newscaster. Welcome to Channel 5 News.
Troy and Abed in the morning. What? I went too high.
Yeah, you didn't do right.
Whatever.
It's because you don't know how to just keep in one note.
I don't.
It's Troy and Abed in the morning.
I don't know. I'm either going to go too high or too low. And then it makes me think of
I sent you the thing how it was like, I don't know if I sent it. It was like how they're making a movie, the 6 season movie.
Yeah, you sent it to me.
And how like it's not Donald's fault at all.
I never thought it was.
And that it's, if anything, Joel McHale said it's his
schedule. Yeah. No, I remember. I responded. I said I love how much they support each other, with the exception of Chevy Chase, obviously.
Yeah.
But like the rest of the cast, you can genuinely tell like they have good relationships. I mean, Joel and what's his name?
Say the character. Oh, Ken Jeong?
Yeah, he they had a podcast. I don't know if they still do. But I know they had it during the pandemic.
Yeah. A lot of celebrities started, I guess.
Well, yeah, and like actually I'm listening to Smartless with Jason Bateman, Will Arnett, and Sean Hayes. And it seems like they started theirs during the pandemic as well. So, and I'm like, I started from the beginning. So,
I mean, it makes sense. Like, your income comes from creating, and it was kind of taken away. And also, they're just artists in general, so they're gonna want to find a way to stimulate that creative need or hunger.
Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome to our episode. This is, I don't know, another episode.
I was seeing where you were going there.
Sometimes I don't got a plan. I got heart. And I got drive. Stop being silent. You're making it awkward. I need you to stop with that. Because you're leaving me on an island to die.
I'm sorry. I have a response to that.
Okay.
Sorry, no, that's from Joe versus the Volcano.
I think you say Joe Dirt.
No,
I haven't seen Joe
I
Dirt
do love Joe Dirt though.
I haven't seen Joe Dirt.
You know what? I haven't. Oh, sorry. Now I'm thinking about David Spade and how I follow him on Instagram, and I guess I'm not like haven't spent as much time on Instagram as I used to.
Weird. I'm on Instagram the most, I think, out of all social media.
They had there was a bit, I don't know if he's still, but he was like he would watch The Bachelor and The Bachelorette, and he would like because he actually had a little guest star appearance on Bachelor in Paradise too. But he would like make commentary, while he's watching it, and it was really funny. I really miss watching those. I don't know if he's still. If you are still watching The Bachelor, David Spade, let us know so that I can get back into watching your commentary on that.
Yeah.
Because I don't watch it, but I like your commentary. It's just like it kind of shocked me. I don't know. I guess I didn't expect someone like him to watch it, but then he's also finding the humor in it.
Yo, is the dude who says I'm shock cotton Jason Bateman?
Yes.
Oh my god. Those two commentators look completely different than they do in any other roles to me. Because that's what's his name from Tell the Other Night, the other commentator.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I just put that together since we're watching Arrested Development.
It's the proverbial pumpkin.
Oh my god.
I sure do love pumpkins.
He's a great actor.
Jason Bateman?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You know what I haven't watched? Ozarks.
Yeah.
I need to watch that because I've heard it's really good.
It's not the same thing, but like also it's based on Fargo, like the TV show.
Yeah, I want to watch that too.
The movie I love.
Yeah, the movie's really good.
I actually really love the movie. I'm glad you guys haven't even watched that.
Speaking of Fargo, that's where Ewan McGregor and Mary Elizabeth Winstead met.
Where's Fargo?
North Dakota.
Oh. Where's the Democratic National Convention?
It's in Chicago.
Chicago, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the Midwest.
Bro, I know I mentioned it, and I think it was last episode or the episode before. I was like, I miss Obama. I miss Obama. The way he can just speak is like no
really
other.
Orator.
He is probably the best I've ever seen.
Him and Michelle.
His aura is unmatched. Yeah, and Michelle. You see, when he speaks, he was like, I have to follow up Michelle.
Yeah.
Michelle.
No, like that. I've watched it last 2 nights. And what really killed me was first off, Tennessee. So in each of the delegates, from each state, they're announcing them. Tennessee had Dolly Parton 9 to 5 playing, and I was like, dude, if a states had like queens or kings, she would 100% they would vote her to be their queen because of how much she gives back to the community. Like,
who would be the king of or queen of Texas? Would it be Beyonce just by default? She's the most popular.
No, Matthew McConaughey, maybe.
All right.
I was trying to think.
I actually like Owen Wilson a little better. That's just me though.
Well, I mean, I like Luke Wilson better, but
Wow.
but yeah, they're very
Wow.
famous Texans. Um, but what is it? And then California, when they did theirs, they played California Love and Not Like Us.
California.
And I don't know if you saw. Did you see Little John come in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know the way that he at the end, VP Harris, Governor Walls, and he made it match to the song. Like somebody said, whoever got him to come in needs a raise. Like
No, yeah. Kamala has been popping off with these ads and campaigning.
yeah.
Like it makes, and looking back at like Hillary's campaign is so it's so fucking funny.
Sorry, you
No,
know
yeah.
how. I mean, I still voted for her,
honestly,
but like,
honestly, when I saw her speak, I forgot she was alive still.
she is a good speaker. It's not.
Yeah.
You know, my issue with her is that she
There's-
continues
but
to
there's-
blame Bernie
There's
for the
also-
reason
there's-
that she
there's-
lost.
There's cons with Kamala, but I'm still gonna vote
Well,
Kamala.
no, this is not. So like, okay, so after I finished like doing my live last night and like cleaning up and everything, right? I jumped onto one of my friends' live. She literally has had to make a second account, not because of like what happened with me, but because she started streaming, you know, like stuff about Kamala. She has gotten death threats. They have called her job. Like, so
That's so.
but so what she's like, you know, this account is like, she took her name off of it, right?
Yeah.
And just has a different, it's Joy in Progress, and it has Kamala's picture.
Yeah.
But she did have like a forum where it's like, if you're who are you voting for and why? And people could come in. And there was this one kid, 18-year-old kid, that was a Trump supporter, but he also was like, I came into it kind of late, right? But he was also, he kept saying like, you know what? I'm going to be honest. I don't know a lot. And it made me think of you, because when we were talking, like, you're like, hey, when we talk about politics, sometimes I feel like I don't know as much. And I'm like, well, that's perfectly normal at your age, I feel like.
Well,
I mean, you probably knew more than this kid.
I know more, and I'm not gonna lie. 50% of me saying that is I just don't like talking about politics. I know it's like a kind of luxury I have, because I know even though America isn't the best and objectively is not the best, it is better than other countries, and like that's something I don't really have to worry about sometimes. I mean, the way it's been, I do have to worry about it, but you know what I mean? Like,
No, I
it's
mean,
like,
I get that. But my point was, it was a very civil discussion. And I was very impressed with this kid who was spouting off a lot of talking points that you hear on Fox News and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
What it means is he probably is growing up with it in his household.
Yeah, product of the environment.
Like, you know, I've said before, I was shocked that my dad was Republican because politics weren't discussed in our house, and he was in a union, and that's just not something Republicans generally support.
But also, wasn't when he was Republican kind of when it was almost kind of Democratic to be?
He was just a centrist. That's really what it comes down to. Biden would be a centrist, right?
Yeah.
Kamala's kind of a centrist. She might be a
He
little.
would love Tim Walz though.
He would. He had 100%. But my point is, like, I got on there, and I got there right as that kid was getting off, and part of me wanted to get on and just tell him, like, hey, you know, I was gonna tell him, like, hey, check out Hassan, right?
Yeah.
Check out like Young Turks. Check out independent news sources.
Yeah.
So you can get an unbiased opinion, because he was like, well, Democrats, I never hear Democrats criticize their own, and I'm like, well, for like a lot of us that were in that, no, a lot of us aren't Democrats. I'm not a Democrat.
Yeah.
Speaking of, like, remember you had me take that thing today?
Yeah.
And apparently I'm a libertarian, but very far left libertarian.
Yeah.
But I do feel like a lot of there is. I mean, obviously we do criticize our own. Biden was kind of criticized into dropping out.
Yeah.
Like, I think he did it again for the greater good. Like, he understood. I know.
What?
I thought you were gonna do Hot Fuzz.
Oh, the greater good. I did think of that when you said that. No, I just laughed because they just like, I don't know. I laughed.
But I'm just saying, like, there is some. It gave me hope, right?
Yeah.
Because at 18 years old, I would not have admitted that I didn't know everything. Because we do live in a society that kind of penalizes you and acts like you have to know everything. And I mean, now as like that I'm older, I've realized the best thing you can do is admit that you don't know everything,
Yeah.
because that's the only way you're going to learn.
Exactly.
And the moment you stop learning, you stop growing.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I don't know how I got onto that. It made me think of you. It made me think like there is hope. And I was, Rita said she sent my friend request, and I was like, on TikTok, and I'm like, maybe like if we are patient and, understanding and open, he's on that cusp, right? He's at that age where it can go one way or the other.
Yeah.
Because once you get into like 30s, it's hard for people to change.
Be molded.
He can be molded, or like I don't even like
darkness.
no,
Molded by it.
I don't even like saying it like that because
I was born a Republican.
I don't.
Taught me morality.
But the thing is that that's not even the Republican Party anymore. It's a
Yeah,
cult.
I know.
Like you literally were having at the DNC, they've had people that were Republicans, right? That have come up and said they are voting for her.
Yeah.
That this is the party as it is right now is not a party they recognize. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't remember how we got on that tangent.
I brought up the DNC.
Yeah. So.
Just so we can touch upon it.
Yeah, it's important. I know you don't want to talking about it, but
I was like I said, I was FaceTiming my friend earlier before we were recording, and we talked about it. I was like, make sure, are you gonna vote? And she's like, yeah, of course. And we talked about that, and so, it was. But we came to the agreement that we're just in a permanent state of anxiety until the election is over.
Yeah.
And once, hopefully, she wins.
Yeah.
So much weight will be lifted off our shoulders.
But that, and I just also want to remind people, that's not, the work doesn't end there. If we ever want to get away from a two-party system, we have to start focusing on local and state elections and getting people in that are pushing to get rid of the electoral college, to get rid of redlining, to make it like automatic as soon as you turn voting age, you are registered, like all of those things that will hopefully push us to
growing as a nation.
To be a better nation, because you can say, yeah, we are better than a lot of nations, but there's a lot of nations that are better than us.
Yeah.
That we think, oh no, they're bad. I'm like, no, they're doing better than us.
Yeah.
So.
Random question. Do you think if either I was put in the past or somehow like now, that if you were like my age, do you think your age you would be friends with me if like we weren't mother and son?
I don't think I'd be cool enough to be friends with you.
I am not cool like that.
Yeah.
I was not a popular kid. What does that mean?
Okay, just because you weren't a popular kid doesn't mean you weren't cool.
I was not cool.
Okay. You were awkward a little in middle school.
I wore a bow tie with some khakis.
When?
High school.
Man, that was cool. I don't know what you're talking about.
That was crazy.
That was for homecoming.
You know when I was cool? Elementary school.
Oh,
I was a popular kid in elementary school.
Really
I was running that shit.
You were cool in high school. You were like, just because you weren't super popular, you were still cool.
I wasn't cool in middle school, bro. I remember rocking my Kendall Fire HD with my Jamaican Skull Candy headphones.
But you just had everybody has an awkward phase, and it's generally in middle school, honestly.
Yeah.
And be grateful if it is in middle school. That's when it should be, because you're going through that time period of not really being a kid anymore, but you're not quite. Well, you're not even close to a grown up. Not that you're grown up in high school either, but
you're beginning your pubes.
Yeah. But what is it? No, one of the main things that people say to me, is kid is inherently cool. It's just something. Yeah, it's just something you naturally have. I think you were just going through some things in middle school, again, everybody at that age is.
You know what it is? I was so scared that I wasn't gonna be cool enough, or people weren't gonna like me. But I was so confident internally in who I was, but I just didn't think people cared. And then when I found out, oh, I'm kind of cool, or when I found out I can, I was like, then I turn it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I've never been cool in the day of my life.
You
ever.
were pretty swagalicious.
I'm not. I'm so.
You're swagged out
and weird, and I'm okay with that. Like,
I'm not awkward and weird.
but it's somehow cool with you. Like, she's the quirky girl. You've got quirky girl energy.
I got quirky girl energy.
I don't. Have you seen that trend, the demure trend? Yo.
No, yeah, I've seen it. It's literally taking the world by storm. Very demure.
I've never been demure a day in my life, and I never will be. Like, I could never be the Gone Girl. I don't know if you saw that movie.
Gone Girl
Yeah.
with Ben Affleck.
Yeah. Did you watch
She's
it? She's okay, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's a crazy movie.
Here's the thing, though, because remember, I read the book before I saw it, right?
Yeah, no, I remember.
The whole point, like, that feels like she has to be these different versions of herself for whoever she's with.
Yeah.
And that is very something that happens in society for women.
Yeah.
And so she's, she'll adjust to what she thinks you like. And
Chameleon.
yeah, I have a little bit of that because of the neurodivergency where like, I might, pick up on some of your whatevers, but ultimately I'm still me. There's no way around. I am who I am. I'm literally Popeye. There's nothing I can do about it.
Actually, I think I know at the point where I thought I was actually like, oh, I might be cool. And I don't really think this has to do with what I'm about to say. It has to be like, oh, you're cool or not, whether this happens to you. But do you remember in high school when we did lip syncs?
Oh, you know what?
Mom, let me finish the story.
Sorry.
Jump it on me like a tiger. Dang.
I'm gonna forget. Yeah.
Keep it sealed. Oh, we did lip sync battles, and like you're just you and like either you can do solo or you could do like a whole group, a duo. But I think it was sophomore year. I think it was sophomore year. End of it, we did a mashup of I Want It That Way and Bye Bye Bye.
Yeah.
Which is so funny. That's trending again. Bye Bye Bye, and we like did the dances, and we were like Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Like we had schemed. I was the Red Ranger, even though I don't like the Red Ranger. I mean, the Red Ranger is the leader. He's not my favorite, but I was the Red Ranger. And did I tell you that after like one of our performances, I was like given a girl came up to me to tell me that a girl wants my number.
Yeah, that doesn't shock me.
And I was like, when that happened, I went, what what are you talking about? I didn't say like that. I was like, oh, cool. Yeah, here it is. But I was like, my Instagram, not number. But I was like, damn, I maybe I'm cool. Maybe I'm cool like that.
It helps that you had rhythm. So,
bro, yeah. I'm so glad I can dance because people who can't dance, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah. I'm sorry.
But my point is, what I was gonna say is that actually I don't know why, but the other like a day or two ago on the walk, I was thinking about that.
Yeah.
Because I'm just thinking about like, I don't know, like even if you are like all in your head, it doesn't show. Like,
doesn't I actually?
Well, I mean,
people sometimes comment because I'll be the whole group conversation. I'll just stare into the distance for literally 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And they're like, Dakota, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm just thinking.
Yeah. I meant like that for like a performance like that, there's a good chance that you were like nervous and not sure how it would go.
I was until I did the first one.
Yeah, and then you were like, it's kind of it's very interesting to me how, again, like, I tell you all the time, you're so natural on camera, you're so natural performing, it's just innately in you. And I mean, I used to have it and it just kind of got beat out of me a little, I think. I don't even mean physically at that point.
No, I knew what you meant.
I meant just like emotionally over the years, just sorry. I did not expect that. I'm sorry. Like, it's just, I guess it's like when I did the live last night.
Yeah.
It was so well, and I don't understand why, like, I'm so.
No, I saw the clips you're pulling. You, like, seemed so natural. It was.
And I thought, okay, because remember, this is what's funny is remember just earlier that day, I said, maybe I'm not as interesting as I think I am. And like one of my friends is like, of course we're going to show up. She said, it felt like I was just chilling with you. And she's like, and you're interesting. Like, she's like, you're so interesting. And I mean, I wasn't talking. I was just making fucking creamies, dude.
Yeah.
And playing my musical theater playlist and like talking,
Yeah.
But I forget, like, I am really good at that part, like the interacting and stuff. I don't know. I just miss it because I loved theater so much and choir and like I don't know if I told you. So when I was little, and you know what my home life was like, with my
Yeah.
mom. But I still Kelly and I would put on shows on the fireplace.
Me
Like,
and Avery did that.
yeah,
We like you remember Music Choice? Like it was like
yeah,
AT&T.
yeah.
Oh,
I remember y'all doing that.
like a lollipop. I was like 8 years old going like a lollipop.
No, okay, so
Shawty
if
wanna
you hold on, if you think that is bad,
bottles.
there was literally a song that was really popular when I was about like 8 years old called what was it? Uh I want to have some fun. It's basically like I want to have sex. Like that's
Mm,
the whole song. Like
yeah.
there's no it's not like an innuendo like lollipop. Like it's very clear. And I would sing that crap at the top of my lungs. Like nobody's business singing that. But I don't know. Like somewhere along the way, I mean, I don't know what happened. Over the years, I just lost it.
Yeah.
I'd like to be like that's what part of. Is it okay? What's
Yeah.
wrong?
I was just checking it. Ma, can I check it sometimes?
No, you know that you can't. It'll freak me
I'm gonna
out.
stare at it this whole time.
No, don't do that. But anyhow, I was thinking about that, just like how natural you are at it, and how I just want you more to be able to trust and that you have that ability, that
No.
you're charismatic or interesting.
No, I know. And I'm not saying this to be egotistical. I know I love I'm not gonna say I know I am. I say I love my personality, and I do think
Yeah,
it's interesting. I do think I have something to bring into life or whatever. It's like other insecurities I have,
I
but
know.
all that to say, I need to find someone to match me. That's what I'm saying. That when I can find someone to match my, I don't want to say energy because that's such a basic term, but you know what I mean.
Your
That's when I
vibe.
know. I said that's
That's
a basic
worse.
term, and you said vibe.
I know. Well, um, I really hope you have that for you because I never got it, but I hope that you have it. And that's not again
Yeah,
anything taking away at Andy. I just
I
we could have
I'm
had it, you know.
curious.
Hmm.
I have I've had 3 girlfriends.
Mm-hmm.
You only met one of them actually. Now that I think about that,
Oh
you
yeah.
didn't meet my first.
No.
Although I think Andy did, cause
Yeah.
we were. Did he tell you about it?
I think I do remember him saying
Did
something
he?
about it.
That's. I was so embarrassed. We went to a me and my first girlfriend. We went to a park to meet up. We went to school together. We went to a park to meet up, and then I was like, Andy. I didn't tell Andy I was meeting her. I think I was telling him to meet a friend, cause I did like I was embarrassed, cause kids are weird. Um, but we went to a park together, and he left, and he told me he'd be gone for like a certain time, but he came back early,
Mm.
and as we were talking, I saw his car parked, and my heart dropped. I was like, I think I gotta go home soon. And, that was not even the most embarrassing thing that happened on that date. The most embarrassing thing was my other friends were at that park and they saw me with her.
Why is that embarrassing?
I don't know, cause they tease me and cause boys are mean.
Yeah. I was like, is it because you didn't really like her like that?
I did, and I actually, I mean, that was the only relationship that I ended.
Yeah.
No, that
No,
was
you
the
ended Sophia.
yeah.
Sorry. Damn.
Why?
I don't know because it just came out.
You gotta these names, mom. These personal names.
It's the only one I remember, so. But
Well,
it's the only
I
one I
was
met,
yeah.
so.
Well, my question was, did you like? It's in an uh. The question is like doesn't really apply here, but I was gonna say, did you ever think that like, oh, maybe he's found like the one or something like that,
No.
someone to match him?
Uh-uh. Oh, Sophia's gorgeous.
That's not what I meant. I was just like, oh, that's funny.
But and I didn't meet the third one or I didn't meet the first one, right?
Yeah.
Um I don't think you need someone quiet.
You think I need someone extroverted,
I told you you're going to end up with someone like your cousin but nicer.
but nicer?
Yeah. Kinder.
What?
You kind of need someone. I think you kind of need someone that will push back on you and like challenge you in a good and healthy way. You have been raised by a strong woman. You've been surrounded by strong women. You think you're not going to end up with a strong woman?
Fair. I mean, yeah.
Like,
No, I mean, I do think about that. My two first uh relationships, they weren't and they were more reserved. Like I
Yeah,
was.
and I don't know.
And I
I didn't
think
meet
that's
the third
because I
one.
think that happened. And no, she was extroverted, but I mean, that's interesting though.
Well, I mean, maybe she was extroverted, but she didn't do well with
No,
confrontation.
I mean
So
that's not what I
like,
meant. It's interesting that what you think I need.
I didn't say need. I think that's what'll do go
Well,
best for you.
match me.
Honestly, somebody like Kamala Harris. Like
I
honestly,
don't want to date Kamala Harris.
not date her. I don't mean that. I mean like someone.
No, I know.
No, someone
I
who's
know.
educated, but also like doesn't take themselves too seriously. Um, I know just like the more that I see about her, in the dynamic that I see between her and her husband.
Yeah.
I really like that. I want something like that for you, where it is a true partnership.
Yeah.
You know, but like he left his firms so he could be the first, second gentleman.
I would do that in a
You know,
heartbeat.
yeah, I'm saying like, but you know, you want that in a relationship where not every, it's never going to be 100% all the time from each
Yeah.
person, right? Sometimes somebody's giving 100% and someone's giving nothing. Sometimes it's 80% 20. Sometimes it's 60-40. Sometimes it's 50-50. Like it's just, I want somebody like it. I hate when someone's like, "Oh, if it was a good marriage, it's not work." That's not true. Like
That's not true at all.
you have to work on yourself as a human. So like
I don't think
that doesn't
any.
even make
I don't
any
think
sense.
any like thing that ever has been made has been made in like the first try.
Yeah, I'm just saying like I just want someone for you that's gonna make you think, not in a horrible in your head,
No, yeah. I told you.
toxic way.
I want someone who I'm invested in. Like I'm invested in like community. You know
I
what I
don't
mean?
know if that's very healthy,
What?
but like I do feel like you're very a deep feeling
I am.
person,
That is probably that.
and
And when I
it's
ask you
not.
my,
I wouldn't say it's a flaw. I'd
I
say
was gonna
that
say
it's
red
something you
flag.
have to watch out for.
Yeah.
But I don't know though, because honestly, you ended the first two relationships. You were the rational one in that.
Yeah.
And I mean, one of those was in the middle of grieving.
And
Like,
Christmas.
yeah. So, I mean, again, and
Merry
she's
Christmas.
gorgeous. Like, I think she might be the best looking person you dated. But again, I didn't meet the other girl in person, so I
Yeah.
don't know. But I don't know. We'll see. I'd be surprised if you end up with like someone that's very introverted, or like no. I mean, you know what I mean, like
Yeah.
quiet. Because I definitely have very introverted tendencies.
That's gonna be weird.
What?
I like. I know I say I want to eventually like I want to be in a relationship, but I want to like get married, have kids, etc. But the thought of me being in a relationship and like you having a relationship with my significant other is weird to me.
I just pray you end up with someone I like, or that likes me. Actually, that's
Really?
really what I'm worried
I thought
about.
it'd be the other way.
Mm-mm.
Everybody loves you. Literally, all my friends love you. I have not had one friend that doesn't actively love you. It's insane. I mean, I get it, but it's also insane.
Andy's mom hated me though.
That's
and,
wild.
like,
That's how you know. That's how you know
Okay.
you're just a hater. That's just a hater. That's literally like people saying,
but my
Steph
own
Curry's not
family's
the best
terrible
point
to me
guard.
too. So
That's literally like people saying, Steph Curry's not all that. Are you watching him?
okay.
Have you met her? No. You're just hating. You're on hating energy.
It's just the fact that like they never wanted to actually get to know me.
Yeah, because they're so self-centered and
and
so
the
many
fact,
insecurities, and they're boring.
honestly, she loved me when I was thin. They loved me when I was thin. The moment I put weight on, I wasn't good enough for their son.
Stupid. It's ridiculous, I might say.
So,
I want to go on Love Island, and I don't think I could, but I want to go on Love Island and go on the UK version, and then put on a British accent the whole time, and then the last one, be like, "Ha! I tricked you, motherfuckers. I'm American.
and then they'll be like, they're taking our jobs.
They're taking our jobs."
The way I feel about British people coming over here and taking acting jobs away and doing better accents, except for, well, he's not British. Chris Hemsworth has a horrible American accent. Like, it's not good. He might be getting better at it, but I'm just like,
Ooh, I'm about to make a name for myself. I'm about to make a name for myself. Ooh, I'm about to make a name.
I really,
love
really,
it.
I really hope they make a movie.
Ooh, I'm about to make a name for myself.
Oh my god, I was talking to somebody. Who was it? Who was I talking to that saw? I think it was Mark's crew this morning. We
Mm.
stopped and said hi because Jax walked with Lily a little bit, his girlfriend. And so we walked down that way.
Wait, say that again?
Jax has a little girlfriend, Lily.
Okay, I was so confused when you said girlfriend. I was like, and then you said walked. I was like, girlfriend that's a dog?
Yeah,
I was so confused because I didn't hear Jax. I heard a human, and I got scared.
No, I have pictures. It's really cute. But what is it? They said they saw Deadpool and they didn't like it. And I was like, really? And he was like, it's not like it was. He's like, it's not like it was bad, but I feel like there was too much hype for it. I'm like, you weren't excited when so and so came out, and I don't want to spoil in case there's people that haven't seen it.
No, it's been a minute.
No, I don't want to do that. It's still kind of fresh, yeah. Like I was like, oh, and when so and so came out, and he was like, yeah, that was cool. I just like didn't really. But they do all agree that Guardians of the Galaxy is the best trilogy, and that Captain is
I don't
second.
think it's the best. Oh, did I say?
Yeah, we did. Yeah. So, but yeah, I hope they make it, they do go forward with the Gambit film. I just really want to see what that was gonna look like.
Also, you need to watch X-Men '97.
I do need to, yeah.
Well, I'm about to make a name for myself. I'm gonna say that till I die. Come closer.
Channing Tatum.
Come closer.
He's a very.
I'm about to make a name for myself.
I'd really like to sit down and talk with him. He's very interesting.
Yeah.
Like
low key, and I'm only saying this personality wise. He reminds me a lot of myself.
I could see that. Like 100% personality. Like
you know, he said it was the GOAT rapper.
Mm-mm.
Andre 3000.
Yeah.
And you know who Zoe Kravitz said?
Oh wait, I forgot they're together, right?
I don't know if they're together
anymore, but anyhow, I don't know who.
They recently did an interview.
What did she say?
Kanye. She was like only at rapping.
That checks out.
And Channing Tatum literally said, I kind of like old Kanye, but for me, it's Andre. He literally is. He is me.
It's just he is an enigma. I really like. The more I see about him, the more I'm like, I just want to like pick your brain because this is a dude that literally did start off stripping, like that, and went on and did another dance film.
I don't know why I said it like that. Yeah, he was a stripper, all right.
And then I wouldn't say he's like. I think his acting has grown over time.
Yeah, like
quite a bit, And the way that he talks about his daughters, like he's such a big girl dad, so that makes him interesting to me. And and then again, like that he fought for Gambit for so long, and then finally got to, and now it looks like they might even move forward with it.
Hopefully,
and that he like studied it to make sure he got the right accent because I don't think he's from that area at all. Like I don't know, he's just a really interesting dude, I don't want to know everything about him because, as we've said before, we don't need to. But I just like the fact that he was so invested in that, which means he's definitely probably into comics. You might not expect somebody that looks like him, but is back, to be that way. Sorry, I just kind of went. It was like quiet.
I was pondering to myself.
What were you pondering?
Literally, I don't know. Sometimes just empty space.
It's just like tumbleweeds in there.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was looking at your anime stuff.
You got Yu-Gi-Oh. You got you got
Itachi or Sasuke?
There's Itachi that was Data, El, Pain, Garda, Meruem, and Killua.
I feel valid. Did I tell you? Remember I told you this, when I was at Sprouts, saw that lady that had the Akatsuki bonnet, right?
Yeah.
And we were talking about Naruto and how, and she said it before I did. She's like, because we were talking about how much we love Itachi, and she's like, Sasuke's a bitch. And I was like, yes, I'm validated. Sasuke's a bitch. Too much. No, God, it's so whiny. You think about everything Itachi did for him.
I remember watching that and just like waiting for you to realize
how good Itachi
you're
is.
Like, you're like,
he
killed his family. It's horrible. I'm not gonna like any of the Akatsuki members. Turned out you like half of them.
I like Pain. I like Itachi. I like what's her name?
Oh yeah, Konan, I think.
Yeah.
I don't remember. It's a K. It's something. The three that started it.
Obito.
Obito's you like Obito.
I do.
You like Obito.
That's it. That was it.
That's crazy. And you didn't like him until like probably the last, right before he died.
Yeah.
And then you like loved him. You're like, no, don't go.
Fucking Toby. And you love Datara. Ugh,
My art is an explosion.
such a turd.
I love my boy.
But anyhow, again, I was vindicated. Sasuke's terrible.
I need to get on that.
It makes sense that Sakura ends up with it. Like,
Significant.
I don't really. I ended up growing a fondness for Sakura towards the end.
I need to get on my voice acting. I need to be in one of these. I need to play one of these characters. So
Oh my god, it would be amazing to be able to voice an anime character, even if it's not like a big one, even if it's just like a little small.
It's literally all me and my friends did in high school. The anime. Impossible. Its power level. It's too high. And I want to do one of those ones where like they like scream that'd be so fun to do in the booth. But also I could do a character like Chopper, like a really like weird.
See,
like,
that's probably be
like
what
you know
I would
my favorite impression do is like Stitch, and so I was like
do. Oh yeah,
that like kind of meat wide kind of voice, you know?
yeah. Kind of like Choppers is the same as like Stitch. He's
No, I just meant like not deep,
yeah,
brooding, angsty.
yeah. I mean, but you would do well with that.
Yeah, but if they, I know they're already doing the live action, but in case the Stitch actor drops out. Oh, my name is Samara. And some of them is knowing yourself behind or forgotten. I love Stitch, bro. He was my boy. I want Stitch.
I can't tell you how many times you watched that movie.
It's so good. They literally based it off of actual that and Surf's Up.
Yeah,
They studied it.
they did. I actually really appreciate that. I like
The
the little
culture.
behind the scenes.
They were for the culture.
Yeah, which is like I think the
And
live action's not.
Yeah.
I think that was my first time seeing.
And then Elvis with that too. Oh my! I'm gonna watch. Little Stitch tonight.
I think part of the reason I liked it is the sister. Like I say this all the time, but her thighs. I was like, that's the first time I saw any representation in like animated that actually looked close to what my legs look like.
Yeah.
Except for I'm not that tall, so. But I mean,
big thighs save lives.
Yeah, like it was just I just liked that, and I also felt bad for her because she's like she's a kid too, raising a kid.
I can't feed that to him. Pleasure's a fish, bro. And then like the relationship between their sister is so. It felt like me and Avery.
Yeah.
But I was actually the older one.
Yeah, but you aren't actually the older one. Yeah, it's reverse.
It's such a good movie. It has such good rewatchability too.
Yeah.
And like I forget his name, but that is the model of what men should aspire to be as far as respecting women.
Oh,
Unani,
the friend.
Yeah, that's
boyfriend.
the perfect way of like actively trying to go after somebody, but in the most respectful way ever.
Yeah.
That dude is a king.
Who voiced the agent? Is it the dude that passed away?
Yeah, it is.
It is. Yeah. Us also in Talladega Nights.
Yeah.
Don't you wish that on me? I miss him. Do you know that he dated Omarosa?
Oh, wow.
And like, I think they might have been dating when he passed. I can't remember. It makes me like think, oh, maybe she's not so terrible.
Yeah.
Just because he was such a good person. But I don't know. My dad was married to my mom, so there's that.
Yeah. And
good people
Selena
do
Gomez
marry.
Loves Penny Blanco, apparently.
No, I keep waiting for that one to end.
It actually isn't, and like the more I see it, it makes me kind of happy.
I'm happy that she's happy.
Yeah, because I know. I mean, I don't know because I don't know. We don't know these people, but I have seen the shit that has been put out there. With her, and that sucks.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't know. I feel like she has like Steve Martin and Martin Short have like basically adopted her. They love her, because they do the show together.
Yeah.
Those are two people that everything you hear about them from everyone is talks about how kind, besides of course how talented they are, is how kind they are. So she has to be a good person. That's my thought on that. Plus she's real close to her family still and all of that. So I don't know why we got on that. Why did we get on that?
I don't remember.
That was weird. I don't know. How long are we at?
I'm
Yeah, we're
40.
getting there. We don't have to do a super. Did you just break that?
Maybe.
I'm sorry.
Well,
We might.
it's fixable.
No. Is it fixable?
We just gotta fix it. Is it
Wait,
fixable?
you just gotta fix it.
Hey, Mom, I'm Bob the Builder. I'm Fix It Felix.
Hold on. No, you know what you just pulled?
Bob the Builder.
You just pulled a Troy Aikman and a Joe Buck. We're like, what do you think they need to do to win this
I think
game?
they need to
I think
score
they're gonna
more
have to
points,
score more
Buck.
points. I think they have to run the ball. Really? Do you think they need more points to win?
The offensive line really has to hold up to prevent the quarterback from getting sacked.
God.
I want, bro. I want like a guest podcaster, a guest commentator to join one of them and just like hear the outlandish stuff they say and go, no shit, Sherlock.
I know.
Like
They'd get fired though.
no, like what?
Well, they're not on Fox anymore.
Yeah,
I forgot who took over for them. I don't think
know.
anybody interesting.
They don't have anything
Honestly.
on the NBA commentators or the
Oh no, they
or
don't. Yeah.
FIFA, like Prem or La Liga, etc.
Why can't we get more like Tony Romo is probably the most energetic NFL commentator we have right now.
I want British commentators because every time I watch the Prem, because it's on some of the same networks as football or college football.
Yeah.
And then you just hear like the woman go, and coming Saturday, the Texas Longhorns versus the Oklahoma Sooners. Watch it now on NBC.
Oh my god, did I send you that TikTok where it's the British guy that was eating street tacos?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why did he say barbacoa? How did he say barbacoa?
I don't remember.
It was so off, and I was like, how are you? But then I guess, I'm sure there's stuff that they have that we would totally mangle the way that you say it. Probably say tiramisu wrong.
Tiramisu?
They probably say it. Well, whatever. That's French. Sorry. Yeah. Just Natasha agrees with me. It's a terrible accent as well. I think I'm gonna work that into every episode from now on. It's how terrible the French accent is.
Mon ami. Baby.
I want to go to the Louvre. Ugh. Gross. I actually do want to go to the Louvre though. As much as I hate their accent, I definitely do want to go to Paris. I would like to go. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So obnoxious. And I know what it is they're just so pretentious.
They actually are. Like, they are.
Like, they're like, we do revolution better than you. Which they do. I think that's probably what they do best. And cheese? Aren't they, like, good known for cheese?
Yeah, they make the cheese. But a lot of the Europeans do cheese. Like, the Swiss. Others. Fuck off. That's so... Yeah, you're so mean. You're mean.
You're like the Swiss, and I'm just waiting.
Hey, that was some like office humor. And you point to Jim going.
One day I'm gonna sit down and rewatch it. I don't think I'll watch like if it's on, but I've not rewatched it the way that you have.
Yeah.
One day I'm going to, and I actually need to finish it because it's another one I haven't finished. That and Parks and Rec.
It's sad. So is Parks and Rec.
I've seen the last episode of each of those. Just haven't actually watched like the last few seasons.
Yeah.
So, anyhow, good talk, good chat.
Great talk. I like this one. It was a fantastic talk.
I was thinking about like it's like something like your dad would say if he came into your room and he had to talk to you about something, and then he like pats your knee and says, "Good chat."
Good chat, buddy.
Yeah.
I think Mom's making spaghetti.
I would if somebody else was eating it. But I just like, it's so hard for me to just cook for myself.
Yeah.
Dakota cooks for himself.
I love it.
He's good at it. I talked about that last night on the live, by the way. Like how that's another thing you innately know how to do is cook. Like come up with things and make it taste good. I can only follow a recipe.
You know how to cook. And then you said you know how to come up with things and make it taste good. You just described cooking.
Yeah, what? Swiss cheese?
You know what? He knows how to dance. He really knows how to move his body to a rhythm.
In a pleasant way.
In a pleasant way. That sounds gross.
Ew. God. What's wrong with you?
I need to pee.
All right.
I always need to pee.
Just want to ET it?
I love you. To the back.
To the
To the back.
to the back.
Podcast.
So much.
I haven't even seen EC.
Bye.